19-year-old Karmelo Anthony is charged with the murder of Austin Metcalf. Police say the stabbing happened at a Frisco ISD track meet last April after some kind of a verbal confrontation between the two. If he's convicted, Anthony faces a possible life sentence.
Now, our JD Miles has been in the courthouse today in McKinney, and he joins us with an update on how jury selection's going. JD.
Karen, the judge has released the 589 prospective jurors who were brought here to the courthouse this morning. He says he plans to bring back less than half of that on Wednesday for another round of questioning by lawyers. The judge says he believes he can get a jury of 12 in place for opening statements to begin on Thursday.
Now, JD, this case has attracted a lot of attention, both in North Texas and beyond, with a lot of it involving race and whether it may have played a role in this crime. So how is that affecting the trial?
Karen, as we know, there's a lot of passion and emotion, both within the local community and on social media among outside voices. Authorities have certainly taken notice of that, and security around the courthouse this morning, they made it more secure than I've ever seen it since it was built. There were barricades blocking access by vehicles. There were aerial cameras on towers all along the property, and of course armed sheriff's deputies at every corner to make sure there were no disruptions. We did see a handful, less than a dozen demonstrators outside on the perimeter of the property, waving flags and carrying signs. Inside the courtroom, where we were privy to a live video feed, there were a lot of social media influencers who were among us watching the jury selection process, who will of course be posting about it.
JD, talk to us a little bit about jury selection. How did it go today?
Well, Ken, a lot of the day's jury selection was focused on getting personal information from these prospective jurors. The judge also gave them a presentation on how evidence works and the importance of being fair, but the primary objective here was to get the jurors to fill out a 3-page questionnaire, which they will have to fill out before they can leave here today. That will give the prosecution, defense, and judge more time. There are not going to be any proceedings tomorrow, so they can look over those questionnaires and decide who should be brought back for that second round of questioning when the prospective jury pool is cut down to around 250 people.
All right, JD Miles, we know that you are in it for the long haul here covering this trial, so we're going to hear a whole lot more from you, not just tonight, but really throughout the length and the duration of this trial. Thank you very much for that live report, JD.
We covered the Karmelo Anthony case extensively here last year when it took place. And I got to tell you, fam, I am expecting this to be a very volatile story, one of those stories that everything's going to stop for a couple weeks. Tensions are high. That's an understatement, fam. There were notable people that you wouldn't believe that were on the wrong side of this thing. And what I consider the wrong side is anybody who made their mind up totally about what happened. See, I don't totally know what happened, but I had people such as Eddie Griffin that I didn't expect to be so disappointing.
This is a human being thing.
Yeah. And then there's reports that, they were bullying the stabber, and that's why he stabbed him. But, if you get bullied, just knuckle up,
Maybe he just thought it was time to throw the conservative whites a bone. You know what I don't see? I don't see conservative whites throwing us a bone about, violence against us. I mean, when the shoe's on the other foot, I don't see much people being diplomatic, so to speak. And I'm tired of black people being so damn diplomatic. No, if the evidence comes out and it shows that Karmelo Anthony was an aggressor, that he was not provoked, that he was not fighting for the fear of his life, that he was not defending himself. I mean, for God's sake, we got this guy, Chud the garbage man Chud. He shot a black man in front of the courthouse in broad daylight. And we got people defending him when he was posting online that he was going to shoot a nigga. Then he shoots a brother, and they still defend him. But I got soft-ass black folks who I'm trying to figure out what it is. Now, because it's Eddie Griffin, I want to give him a break.
Up in arms because Snoop went and performed at Donald Trump's pregame inauguration. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Y'all didn't get mad when Collin ass Harris paid $20 million to Oprah to make an appearance. What the fuck? He got paid.
But see, that's me being too damn nice. So I'm going to take my own medicine. I'm going to say, Eddie Griffin, course correct immediately. If you come out this time, if you come out now that this trial's going on, it's going down with that bullshit, placating your goofy fan base of rednecks and forgetting who put you where you are, Malcolm and Eddie, yeah, I don't think a lot of white people was watching that shit. Get your head right. On my channel, I've got 15 videos. That's 30,000 views on several videos surrounding Karmelo Anthony. Because when I was supporting him, it was Trump time around these motherfuckers, and they weren't trying to stand up for a brother.
I've been to so many track meets, but never have I thought somebody would literally stab another kid over sitting in the tent. There's no justification for it, but this explanation, I got to hear. You just got heated. Maybe the boy was getting the best of you. You didn't want to take the L. I don't know. And you killed a kid. Oh!
See, at that time, there were people making money off kissing Trump's ass. They didn't want to go against that for Karmelo Anthony. So they made a lot of reckless comments. You may not be surprised at the level of smears aimed at Karmelo Anthony and the track meet stabbing case, but lock in. In this video, I show you how black and white conservatives alike are doing their best to make white America hate black America again.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
If a white teen had killed a black teen, then anybody who donated to his GoFundMe would be fired from their job, would be publicly humiliated, would be shamed.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Why do people get to just say stuff without any credibility? Now, we have the usual suspects, Candace Owens, Officer Scratum.
And I grew up in an all-black neighborhood. We hated white people. I'm being honest. Like, we felt like when I was growing up, thank God I got saved, and thank God I moved to a different environment, and then it opened my understanding up.
Why is eyes bugging like that? You know, I grew up in an all-black neighborhood, too. I didn't hate white people. It's one of my best friends who lived upstairs. Him and his brother, Chris, their dad was white. We had those kind. We know what they're going to do. They're not going to call it straight. And that's not to say I know exactly what's going to happen in this trial. Family, we have not been given the evidence for everything that took place. In fact, the only evidence that was released, the footage, is blurry as hell. It's I don't know, it's 5 drinks, 5 Hennessy's in blurry. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't see anything from that CCTV footage from across a fucking football field is all we had to go on as far as eyewitnesses. And we know it's going to be a lot of footage because there were a lot of young people there at that track meet. Knowing that, I'm sure we're going to get more evidence. So we're going to pump our brakes, but we're going to take in the evidence that we do have. But until then, innocent until proven guilty. Isn't that what they always tell us? The young man is facing serious charges. 5 to 99 years in jail if he's convicted on all counts. This is not the time for your punk ass to be nice. Now's the time to have his back until he proves you otherwise. How about that? But some of y'all, man, if it wasn't for friends like you, I don't need no enemies. You be doing their work for them. All right, so anything else here? I think that's all we got on it. Oh, before we proceed, can I say something? I don't want to mock the Lord, but I will say this. Tonight, folks, could you do us, or could you do Karmelo Anthony and his family a favor and pray they get rid of that dude who got no reason at all being around this case, making it harder for him. Please step off. Whoever this guy is, he's not even a lawyer. What does he do? Get the... I wish the old Martin was back because he'd tell you to get to stepping. So that's the link to the Karmelo Anthony playlist. It gives you all the content that brings you up to speed totally on the story. Very serious case where a young man, according to him, in his defense, was defending himself against an aggressive, bigger teenager. And the result was that that young man, Austin Metcalf, was stabbed to death. That's what the case is. Now, was that intentional? Was it premeditated? What took place? We'll have to find out. What I will not do is throw him under the bus.
I said when this story first broke that this was going to be a race issue. This was not going to be a human issue. This was not going to be a young people issue. This was not going to be a parent issue. It wasn't going to be any of that because Black culture cannot wait. Cannot wait. They are absolutely, positively looking for, seething, waiting on their next opportunity to protest, donate to, and get involved and have conversations around things that has nothing to do with their lives. Everything becomes a race issue with Black people. We have cursed ourselves. We are a cursed people.
And we got conservatives that still are convinced Zimmerman was justified. Don't talk to me. Don't come in here with your moral grandstanding. All right. But Tim, two wrongs don't make a right. Innocent till proven guilty. Next story. And once again, stop being so damn nice. You know what? I don't even think it's nice. I think it's self-serving bullshit and ignorant. See, it's one of those. You're not being nice. You're being self-serving. You're being cowardly. Or you're being ignorant. You think if you're good to people, they'll be good to you. That's how America was stolen from the Indians, from the Native Americans, and the indigenous. All right, y'all ready? Let's keep it going, y'all. I told y'all, man. Look, I don't got time to play with y'all. The title, the topic's right there, man. The theme of the show, we ain't playing with y'all. I'm not playing.
Catch Tim Black live on the most dangerous show in America. Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't miss out on the real. Stay dangerous.